Okay, so now that we've kind of gone over how to create your master templates, the last step is actually to just go in and perform your inspections. Before I kind of do that really quick, I want to show you guys this sorting feature that is Happy Inspector has enabled for us. You can actually, since, I mean, obviously we have some properties that have 600 beds, 900 beds, I mean, huge properties. You obviously do not want to scroll through all these to find that specific apartment or unit number that you're looking for. All you have to do is come up here to the search bar. Let's say I wanted to search for F1 for demonstration purposes. Type in F1 here in the search bar, and it's going to pull up all units labeled F1. And so obviously that's going to be just one unit, and you can choose from whichever one you would like to use. Really cool, really simple to use. Um, if you want to get back to all your unit lists, simply delete what you've typed in the search bar criteria, and then it'll bring up all your units back to how it was. I want to make note to everyone why we have it broken down by the bedroom. A lot of you might already know this, but for those that do not, we have a common area, and then underneath that we have every bedroom that's associated with that unit. So the reason is because the same as the make ready board, which most of you have dealt with, you're not always going to be inspecting every single bedroom in that apartment. So that's why we didn't list it as F1, F2, F3, so on and so forth. It's broken down by the bedroom. We also listed a common area here on the Happy Inspector to save you guys time, and you'll understand what I'm talking about here in just one second. So let's say B1A moved out on the 1st. Well, since B1's the only one moving out, each unit, so the common area as well as each bedroom, has the common areas and the bedrooms. So B1A moves out on the 1st. I'm going to go ahead and inspect the common area as well as the bedroom. Then 14 days later, B1B moves out. Well, since he's the only one moving out, I'm going to go ahead and inspect the common area as well as the bedroom. But let's say on the 1st of August, all 4 bedrooms are moving out, A, B, C, and D. Well, instead of going in here and doing an inspection on the common area for A bedroom, on the common area for B, on C, so on and so forth, that's why we put the common in here. So what you can do is you can click on B1 common area, and this is going to allow you to inspect the common area one time. And even for 3 people, let's say 3 of them were moving out on the same day, you can inspect that common area one time and then generate and print off that report 3 copies of it instead of going in and inspecting B1A common, B1B, B1C. It saves you time, a lot of time actually, because we've done it, and having to do the common area for each one. You do it one time and you're set to go for all 3 of those individual bedrooms. So after you inspect the common area for B1 for all 3 people, the only thing you simply have to do is come in and inspect A bedroom, inspect B bedroom, and inspect C, and you're in and out within 30 minutes. Hopefully, depending on how big your units are. So all you would have to do, since all 3 moved out, you, like I said, would print off 3 copies of, or generate 3 copies of the common area, as well as generate A, B, C, and D, print them off, and then put it all together. And that's why we had that settings feature set to where if you did not select any of the criteria, it would not put it on the report. So it actually looked like you never performed a separate inspection at all. That's why we have it set up that way. If anyone has any questions about that, just contact myself, Wes, or your regional manager, and they should be able to kind of explain that in further detail. All right, let's go ahead and jump into actually performing an inspection. So let's say we wanted to perform an inspection on B1 common area. You're going to notice here that there are no inspections currently for this area. To add an inspection, you simply come down, add new inspection, and you choose which type you want to use. You've got 3 different ones to choose from. You got periodic, move in, and move out. Periodic is more for, like, throughout the course of the person's lease for maintenance. They want to go in and check, make sure no one's living there that's not supposed to, no pets, or just the general kind of upkeep on the apartment. That's what a periodic's for. You've also got to move in and you've also got to move out. Um, since we're going to be huge on these recently, we're going to do move out inspections. So I'm going to click on move out, and this screen's going to pop up right here. It's going to prompt you to either create a new layout or copy an existing. Well, by this portion, you should have already set up your master templates. So we want to copy an existing template, and you're going to notice up here at the top, B1 is a 4x2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy a 4x2 master template, which is the portion I was telling you was going to save time instead of copying existing and setting it up that way. So we're going to, and it's going to pull up exactly that same template layout, and I'm going to click the done button. Once I click the done button, it's going to pull up that same layout type, and all I have to do from there is literally start the inspection. It's that simple, guys. It's really easy to use, saves you a lot of time and energy. And then we have it set up exactly like I said how we have it, which makes sense. As soon as I walk in the door, I'm going to do the entry. I'm going to go to the kitchen, the laundry room, the living room, and go on to the bedrooms. That's how we have it set up. What I want you to kind of make note of as well, you've got it'll have the current date as long as your iPad is synced up correctly, start time, and you can put an end time, the water meter reading, and a property reference. That's more for like a move-in. If they were a referral, they're referring somebody to move in, you can put that up there. You're going to notice here, this is a move-out inspection, which I was telling you was a little bit different from the periodic. You have two different sections under each category, or each rating, I'm sorry. So clean, undamaged, working, and intact, you've got a check and an X. So for the lock and deadbolt, I'm going to come over and I'll probably use the working feature. So I'll check it off. If the deadbolt is working, I'm going to check it off as working. If it's not, I'm going to do the X. So let's say for demonstration purposes that the deadbolt's not working. All you have to do to select it, come over here, press on it, and it's going to automatically select it and check it off as not working. Now, like I was saying, you can check multiple ones. So if you want to say that the deadbolt's not working, but it is intact, there's nothing broken on it that you can see, you can do that as well. So you've got working or not working, and then but it is intact. Under each category, under the entryway, you can actually put in notes for the locker, deadbolt, for the hardwood floors, light fixtures, so on and so forth. Simply do that. You click on the little bubble here, type in your notes or whatever you would like to describe about that, description of what you've seen, or why it's not working, whatever you would like to add. You could also hide those. And then this little camera button, I think that's kind of self-explanatory, but you can take pictures. You can take multiple pictures. You can take 3, 4, however many if you feel necessary to demonstrate what you're seeing in that apartment. You simply click on the little picture button. It'll pull up. It will pull up the camera on the iPad and allow you to take the picture. Really easy, really cool. Also, now, let's say you walk in and look over everything first. So you've got the lock, the hardwood, the light fixture. All of these are checked off as clean. Or you see, hey, they're all clean. I want to check them all off at once. That is an option, which is really cool. To simply do that, start at the top of wherever you want to check mark it at. Press and hold it down. So if you want to check these all off as clean or check them all off as unclean, all you have to simply do is press and hold it down. So I'm going to show you real quick. I'm going to press, hold, and then it's going to turn gray for a second, and then it will check mark them all down. That simple. It's the same thing for unchecking them. You simply just have to press and hold, deselect, and then it will unselect them. Really neat, and you can do that for each category in the house. So I'm going to leave those selected so once we generate this report, you can see what I'm talking about. The last thing I want to show you before we actually create the PDF and email it or upload it to the Dropbox is I want to show you the tenant signature portion of it as well as the unit notes. So let's go ahead and scroll all the way down to the bottom, and that's where these are all going to be. Let the computer catch up here really quick. Okay, so down here at the bottom, this is where it's listed for agent signature, which would be you or whoever's performing the inspection, as well as the tenant signature. You can put maintenance comments. All you have to do is tap and add them all in there, and those will show up all in the reports. So You go over the inspection with the tenant, they agree,